Hi Libra, these are your fortune telling cards from the Mystical Lenormand deck for the first week of April. We're dealing with Capricorn energy in the center here. It's a number 21 and it talks about, developmental stages, development that is happening, that is, working with you, working against you over time. It's almost kind of like you need to see this as a point of proving to yourself, Capricorn energy, right? Saturn being exalted in Libra, of proving to yourself what it is that you can achieve, right? Because it's talking about achievement here, and it's talking about powerful achievement, right? And not any achievement that goes without any obstacles, because it does talk about obstacles, and if it's not talking about obstacles, then it's talking about a powerful enemy, right? And a powerful enemy could be somebody that might just be at work, or it could be, the powerful enemy could be you, right? You being your own worst enemy. It could be talking about how you might be getting your own way, right? Or it could just be talking about the road ahead, right? Because that 21 is reducing to a 3, which talks about communication, but it also talks about the satisfaction of something with the 3, because the 3s are a way to constantly keep things flowing, right? So it's saying that there's going to be a lot of hard work to keep things flowing, and that could be the money flow. You know what I mean? It's possible, but it's just saying that, like the road ahead means that you're going to have to keep pushing forward, right? And keep working with time, not against time. Don't work against time. Let time work for you. And also realizing that you're always in the moment, right? That 21 is talking about in the moment, things being available to you in the moment, doing that, using that, being smart about that, okay? Because when you are accessing things in the moment, or when you are acknowledging what is needed to be initiated in the moment, then you are kind of like releasing yourself of the stress of having to have all of these needs met all at once, right? So you got to take care of things one by one by one by one, right? So it talks about order. It talks about how you are governing things, how you are going to be very systematic about how you do your work, okay? The timing of things. Yeah. So that's sort of what the focus is here, work. Then we get over here to the book, right? The book is talking about secrets, or it's talking about things that have yet to be revealed to you. And it talks about something changing or having to adapt to a change. This is the 6th house. So this could be talking about work, right? Because I know that being a Libra rising for me, the 6th house is Pisces, and it talks about work. And if it's not, then it might be a little bit of your 7th house, which is talking about relationships, okay? Anyway, this Pisces card is number 26, and if you take the 6 and the 2 and add them together, it's an 8. Pluto is the esoteric ruler of Pisces, so it does talk about some secrets, some hidden things, but it talks about the power of being patient and also waiting for that information to be revealed to you. You're in sort of a transient mode right now. You might be feeling like you're caught in between two realities, or you're having to adapt to being caught in between two realities, or just being a little bit uncomfortable with where you are right now. But, the power, it lies within you adapting to this, releasing your need to control those things that you actually can't really control right now. So it's saying that you're going to have to subscribe to adapting to it instead of succumbing to it, or instead of being vulnerable to it, right? Or submitting to it, right? The power comes with allowing. The power comes from allowing yourself, right? Allowing yourself to kind of like go with the flow, for sure. We can bring flow to the order and we can also bring order to the flow, okay? And that Pisces energy and that Capricorn energy together kind of brings in this Cancer energy from the moon. And the moon is, it squares the sign that it rules for you, Libra, okay? But then when we start to think about it esoterically, on an esoteric sense, the moon is ruling Virgo, which is in that 12th house. Okay, so we're talking about creativity, right? We're talking about how, you're going to sort of let things play out. How are you letting things evolve? How are you seeing things evolve intuitively? How are they evolving? It's almost kind of like you can sense how things are changing, right? With the moon being here and also with the Pisces card being here, and you're realizing what you're going to have to do based on how you see things changing, and going to have to do. And that's very Aries. And if you look at the Pisces, the book card, there is a ram, an Aries, on the book, right? So it does talk about waiting periods here. It does talk about lessons being learned. It does talk about healing. It does talk about using your creativity to help you heal. Okay, and it does talk about revealing things, letting things come to the surface, right, that might have been hidden inside, might have been in the subconscious. It could be things that you planned on doing that you haven't done yet. We also are talking about how you are adapting to the opposition that you may be feeling, or the adversity. There's a sense of balance that definitely can be achieved here, because you have the moon card, Cancer, and then you have the mountain, which is Capricorn. And this talks about how the water eventually meets with the earth, right, to form a shoreline, a connection point. So we're thinking about connectivity here, right? Being practical, but then also being imaginative at the same time, okay? It's the flow and the order of the flow, okay? So think about ways that you can do things, that you can start things, and then just kind of like go with the flow from there.